After playing live for quite some time, you start to see what songs are total crowd pleasers. You'll also start to notice what artists and songs are being requested quite a bit every single night. Hey everybody, this is Jaden with Growth in Music, and in today's video, I'm going to cover 10 crowd pleasers that go over well every single time. I am going to include some songs that you might not realize or have thought of adding to your own setlist when you play live. I could have simply just threw in Wagon Wheel or Brown Eyed Girl, which I do play because again, those go over great as well, but a lot of people kind of have a good idea of certain songs that just go over great as a solo acoustic artist or musician. But I'm going to include some that I've noticed over time now have gone over super great. And if you can put your own twist and style on them, it's going to make it very unique to yourself, and it's just going to sound that much better. The very first song that I included on the list that is a total crowd pleaser is the song Hysteria by Def Leppard. This song goes over great for anybody that enjoys 80s music or grew up in that era. It also works really well, and it's super catchy from the get-go because of its opening guitar part, which sounds just like this and sounds really neat on the acoustic guitar itself. You will definitely want to figure out what key suits your voice best because, again, everybody is different. Some people might not be able to sing as high as the original recording or may have a little bit of a lower register, so you'll definitely want to kind of tweak and adjust that for yourself. Since I use a TC Helicon Voice Live Play acoustic harmonizer pedal live, whenever I kick into the chorus for this, it just brings it to life that much more and makes it really full sounding, which is awesome. What also makes the song special is it's a song that a lot of people don't expect to hear played solo acoustic. So any way that you can kind of take people by surprise once in a while instead of just playing some of the obvious tunes, as well as putting your own twist on it, maybe adding, like I had mentioned, maybe like a harmonizer or some effects, you can really bring the song to life, and it's a total crowd pleaser. The second song on my list is the song Carolina in My Mind by James Taylor. As a solo acoustic performer, I do get requests to play James Taylor stuff all the time, but it's great because on the acoustic it sounds amazing, and his music is so timeless. The song Carolina in My Mind is my go-to specifically for anything James Taylor, and it's always good to have something from every decade, so in this case, this is a perfect song for anybody that is into 70s music, since this song was released back in the 70s. You can definitely make this song your own, especially if you're courageous enough to take on the actual iconic acoustic guitar intro for this song, which can be a little bit tricky in itself. The third song on my list is the song Little Red Corvette by Prince, which goes over extremely well every single time. I personally love to play one Prince song at every single show whenever I play, partially to pay a little bit of homage since I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota myself, where Prince is actually from. In more instances than not, you may get more requests to play like Purple Rain by Prince, but typically people don't realize, again, what you can do as a solo performer. So sometimes surprising people with maybe like the song Little Red Corvette is awesome, especially when the chorus kicks in, people sing along, it's high energy, you can definitely make it your own, especially in my instance, if I'm using a harmonizing effect pedal, it just sounds so full and awesome. So I definitely recommend checking out that song. If you already have Purple Rain by Prince, that's awesome, that'll always go over great, but if you want another Prince tune, I definitely recommend checking out Little Red Corvette. The fourth song on my list is going to be the song Valerie by Amy Winehouse. This song goes over great because I find it to be a little bit of a sleeper song. Not because people don't know it or forget about it or it's forgetful, but mostly because people don't really quite think about it in that instance until it's being played or right when the first chord is played, the first two chords, since it's utilizing a lot of the major and minor 7 chords, which really gives it its character. Also, I guess in this instance, being a male and singing and adjusting a song that's originally done by a female can definitely make your set list a bit more versatile. It can also just open more songs and opportunities for you if you know how to do things like drop the capo or change the key and be able to kind of change the way that you sing and perform the song to kind of fit what you do best. The fifth song that I have on my list is actually not a specific song, but it's anything by the Eagles. The Eagles might be the most requested band or songs that I get on a nightly basis. But since I love the band in itself, and I always have, I typically always play 3 or 4 Eagles songs every show anyway, whether it's requested or not. Due to their strict copyright, I won't play anything, and I'll make this one pretty brief, but songs such as Take It Easy, Desperado, Hotel California, or Tequila Sunrise go over super great every single time, and it sounds awesome on the acoustic guitar. Song number 6 on my list is going to be the song Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan. In terms of more modern songs that are requested on a nightly basis by the younger audience, is definitely Zach Bryan stuff, and it goes over super well every single time, especially as a solo performer. He's definitely a huge artist right now, and he's only going to be getting bigger. So looking into and adding some songs maybe of his, again, might make your set list a little bit more versatile for the younger audience especially. Like I had said, one of his hit songs that I play pretty much every show is the song Something in the Orange, and it just sounds super awesome, especially being played on the acoustic guitar raw solo. But one thing that I took from a lot of his music is he's got a lot of cool guitar parts, especially some acoustic guitar intros. So like I had said before, if you're brave enough to attempt those, especially live, and then kick into the verse and strum some chords and stuff, look at the song, or take a look at the song Crooked Teeth by Zach Bryan. It's super easy, it's 3 chords, it's really catchy, but the acoustic guitar intro part sounds like this. Song number 7 that goes over super great every time and is a total crowd pleaser is the song 3 AM by Matchbox 20, and it's a total 90s classic. The great thing about this song is how simple it is to play chord for chord, since it's pretty much 3 chords, G, C, A9, and D. And it's so catchy, especially when the chorus kicks in, that pretty much everybody, especially who kind of grew up in that time, definitely knows the song. If you like the band and you want to find another song of theirs that works great, check out the song Push. It's roughly the same chords, it's in open position, so you don't need a capo or anything like that, and it's pretty easy to play just like the song 3 AM. Song number 8 on my list is going to be the song Faithfully by Journey. Anything by the band Journey is going to go over well. Just depending on what feels best for you, what song you like, what you enjoy playing, it's always going to go over well since the band has written so many timeless classics. The song Faithfully, specifically for me, feels great because I can actually add my own spin on it and play the originally done on the piano, the iconic intro, but I can actually play it on the guitar, and it sounds super neat. I actually made a video of it, and I'll add a link above as well, but it sounds like this. One thing to note is the lead singer, Steve Perry, has such a high and powerful singing voice that you're almost going to always have to drop the key or the tuning or the capo of the song, whatever it may be for you, to fit your voice. So don't be afraid of doing that, or else you'll probably be straining like crazy. For myself, when I play the song Faithfully, I'm actually playing in the key of A flat. It looks like A major, especially in that video, but I'm actually tuned down a half step on top of it. So I'm actually in A flat as reference, and it's still pretty high. So feel free to adjust that kind of stuff, but anything by Journey, at least for me, the song Faithfully goes over great. I play it every single night when I play live. That is going to be definitely a huge crowd pleaser, and it's going to always get the crowd going in a very, very good way. Song number 9 on my list, again, is kind of like I had mentioned before, not one specific song. I wanted to cover kind of a wide range of everything with this, but it's going to be anything classic country. Classic country is so heavily requested at my shows that it's really important to have George Strait, Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn, Travis Tritt, all those artists on hand at any point so that you can always just play, when it's requested, a classic country hit. One song that specifically goes over super great in terms of classic country is the song Amarillo by Morning by George Strait. And even if you're not a huge classic country fan, even when the first couple of words are sung, people's heads start to turn. They know the song, and they probably like it, even just a little bit. One thing to note when you do play the song is to watch out for the key change at the end. The actual song, I believe I'm playing it in the key of D, and then near the end, I believe it's the last chorus, goes up to the key of E. So just be mindful of that, but that's an awesome song that goes over super well every single time. The final song, song number 10 that I wanted to add to my list, is the song Upside Down by Jack Johnson. I love this song because it's such a catchy song and it's such a well-written song, obviously with the chord progression and the lyrics. I do highly recommend checking out this song, adding it to your set list. It goes over great every time. There's actually two ways that you can play it, and I'll actually demo it in just a second. There's kind of an easier way, which is actually utilizing the capo with no bar chords. And then there's also the actual way, which utilizes the bar chord, which is going to be your F sharp minor bar chord. And it's got a pretty cool, catchy intro as well, which I'll show you. But what's nice is depending on your level, you can actually play it how you prefer, which is either with or without the bar chord. Regardless of which version you pick, it's going to sound great either way, but I definitely recommend adding this in because it's such a happy, energetic, and positive song, and it's really uplifting, especially when you're playing live in front of an audience. All right, this was my list of 10 songs that go over great every single time. I think in the future I'll come out with a part 2 since I find that a lot of people find solo acoustic or performing this way pretty interesting. It's a little bit different, especially when it comes to being a solo performer, playing on your own, picking certain songs compared to playing in a band or a project. It's just a different world in a sense. So I definitely like to kind of include this stuff into my YouTube channel, obviously, since I find that this is obviously something I do a ton and I want to share as much as I can with as many people as I can. If you do like content like this, I will be coming out with weekly guitar related content on everything guitar. So stick around for all that kind of stuff. If you want to support the channel, subscribing is going to be the best way to do that since I'll be coming out with videos like this every single week moving forward.